Coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Sagittarius might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon I think you guys will like. Okay, so this reading is for mid-May 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year or so from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, then most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. And if you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do, disregard the rest, and remember that this is just a generalized reading and it's not meant for everyone. So if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of this intro, then you can listen to your other signs for additional messages. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right into this reading and ask our angels, guides, and ancestors for any love messages for Sagittarius for the month of, for mid-May 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Sagittarius mid-May 2020? Maybe one more time. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Sagittarius mid-May 2020? Yeah, one more. All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and divide these into three stacks. Okay, 1, 2, 3. All right, the card on the bottom of the deck, you'll see as soon as I do, it's the Page of Swords. Now this guy's been showing up quite a bit too. This is somebody who just might be a spy. You might have a stalker, okay? So you might have somebody that is going to like constantly try to communicate with you, or there may be a little immaturity about it. This could be somebody you know about and somebody you don't know about. It could be being done secretly. Don't really know, but I'm going to show you how that card's going to relate to the other cards that come up in your spread, okay? Now, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 columns. The first column represents you, things that you might have currently been dealing with, well, that you might have previously been dealing with, things that are currently going on. Hold on, let me turn it back around. Things that are going on right now, and people, opportunities, situations, and options that are coming towards you. The second column is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, your soulmate, your divine counterpart. This could be a karmic partner. This could be an ex. It could be whoever that is on your mind the most. The first person you're thinking about when you wake up in the morning, and the last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. Now, the third column is the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Cups, and your outcome is the 8 of Pentacles as well as the 4 of Swords. All right, there's a lot of conflicting feelings going on here. Now, I've just laid out the 4 rows, 2 cards in each row for a total of 8 cards. I'm going to do this 2 more times for a grand total of 24 cards. That way, by the time we get to the end of the spread, we have a pretty good idea about what's going on. Now we have this 4 of Wands along with the 8 of Wands. Okay, so wow, when you have a relationship where you had once thought this person was your soulmate, or you could have even been you know, led to believe, such as if this is an actual karmic partner or something, led to believe, some people call them false twins. A lot of people say there's no such thing. I kind of think there is, but that's my own experience, okay? But you can be led to believe, and they do serve a purpose, and they do have, you know, lessons for you when you go into this relationship. This is leaving you feeling as if, you know, you're left a little guarded, as if you're now that you're ready to move into new relationships, that you have your guard up. You're aware of the red flags. You might have learned the lesson from this karmic partner, and you know, you're ready for the next to come on in. Now, in your partner's column, okay, where you were hoping that this would be a long-term relationship that you had previously been in, all right? All it did was lead to stagnation. I know he's in reverse. I don't read reversals. There are enough meanings in the cards upright and okay, sorry, a lot of traffic out there. All right, yeah, reading reversals is something that's kind of new, really only been going on the last few decades or so, 4 or 5 decades. And it's not really something that was done traditionally, and I choose to read more traditionally. I know all readers make that decision for themselves, what they don't, but I've, lean more towards the Aleister Crowley type where you do not read. It's unnecessary to read the reversals. So you were pretty much just stuck in this relationship and it really wasn't moving anywhere. It didn't lead you to any type of permanency. It didn't give you any type of security. It was a lot of maybe false promises that were made towards you, and it kind of messed with your idea of trust and values. When you are believing that this person, you have the 4 wands, the 11, thinking that this is your soulmate, and then you have equal amounts on either side, and you thought this person, you have your 2 columns here, you thought this person was the complement to your life, and actually it was just absolutely leading nowhere till finally you got to the point, if you're wanting home and marriage or children or things like that, you're not really going to be wasting a lot of time on the wrong person, and you had made the decision to move away from that. Now, this shows me that as much as you've prepared for the future, as much as you've done the healing that you need to do, you are kind of sitting here waiting on your ship to come in. But I'm promising you, I have such a great feeling for Sagittarius, knowing that, we're now moving out of the safer at home era and we're going to be moving into more socialization. I do see that you probably really and truly, and it's not in your cards yet, but I'm feeling it very strongly that there's going to be a new person coming into your life, and apparently you're feeling it as well. You're kind of worried that it's never going to happen, but it is. It's coming. Everything about you is being put out there into the universe, and whatever you put out there in the universe reflects back and comes back to you. If you put out that negative or that you'll never find one, then you'll never find one. But if you are hopeful and you know what you want and you are putting that out there into the universe, it's going to come back to you. Okay, so we have this 8 of Pentacles as well as the 4 of Swords in your outcome, and this tells me, yeah, these cards look so great together because this one is like doing the work that you need to do on yourself in order to continue this forward growth, and this one shows me you actually doing the work where you're actually going over and contemplating and doing that healing that you need to do in order to move forward. Now we're going to go on to the second set of 4, and we have the 6 of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Wands. Okay, here's that King of Wands. He's showed up in just about everybody's reading this month. All right, so we have the King of Wands as well as the 8 of Wands in your partner's column. In your obstacles and challenges, we have the Fool as well as Judgment, and in the outcome, we have the 2 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Okay, and I also had another card fall out. That Chariot fell out as well. So here we go. With this 6 of Pentacles, in your previous relationship, you were feeling as if, you were the one doing all the giving. You weren't doing enough of the receiving, and that's not meant in a greedy way, but, after a while, when you're doing all the giving and nobody's giving back to you, you may start to feel that resentful feeling that I was talking about earlier. Now you are, you've healed, you've moved on, you're over it, and you're ready to pursue, in hot pursuit of the next love of your life. This King of Wands here. Okay, now this is representing you, Sagittarius, and how the potential partners that are going to be around you. It could be somebody you've known for a while. It could be somebody completely new. It feels like somebody completely new. Maybe a friend of a friend, or you might meet them through some event or wherever. But it shows me that this person is going to be coming into your life for a very long time, and it's going to be happening really quickly. No longer are you going to find yourself in this stuck position. Okay. Now, in your blockages, we have the Judgment as well as the Fool. So where you are ready to move on with your life, well, guess what? You have this past love that doesn't want to see you do that. And this is where this little stalkerish, watching you, following you on your social media, things like that, spying on you wants to do. This is somebody who wants to resurrect the love that you were feeling, but you are bound and determined that, you're moving on to the next phase of your life. You are sitting here waiting on the real love of your life to come in. You don't have time for these foolish games that this person from your past is trying to play. All right, so with the Two of Swords as well as the Ace of Swords, this tells me that, yeah, you've made that decision. You no longer want to be a part of whatever dynamic that was that this person was playing with you. And you're totally going to be successful in moving on because, once you do, cut this person out, and you're not trying to end it on bad terms. You're leaving... you kind of want to call it truce. You don't want to make an enemy. Not that you want to stay friends with this person, but you don't want to leave on bad terms, okay? But it is, in order to keep progressing and be successful and move on from this relationship, this is something that you need to leave behind. All right, so we're going to the third set of 4, and we have the 8 of Swords as well as the Queen of Swords. Okay, in your partner's column, we have that King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Obstacles and challenges, we have 5 of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. And in your outcome, we have the Tower as well as the 9 of Swords. So I will pull a couple of extra clarifiers as we get it in, because this is leaving it kind of open, right? All right, so yeah, when that person tries to enter your life again, this Page of Swords, you're really not having any of it. You are too guarded. You are kind of too hip to what's going on. You're aware. Forewarned is forearmed, so to speak. So you're going to be, now that you have this information, you're going to be looking for signs that this person is, watching every move you make, basically. I don't really feel that you're in danger, but it's the type of things where they're going to try to pursue you or secretly, or when you ghost them or cut them out of your life, they're going to maybe, like I said earlier, send you random texts, follow you on social media, those type of things. I'm not a real big believer in having a private social media. If they want to watch, they want to watch. I don't really post anything about my personal life or anything on mine. But anyway, here we have the King of Cups as well as the Queen of Pentacles in your partners column. So this shows me that you do have 2 new options that are coming in. Now, whether you date, if you're a female that dates other females, or a female that dates other men, or the other way around, if you're a man that dates other men or a man that dates women, you still have these options coming in. Now, this Queen of Pentacles could just as easily be a male, and this King of Cups could just as easily be a female. There's no gender in the tarot. These are interchangeable as far as gender goes. Don't get hung up on the gender. These are 2 new options that are going to be presenting themselves to you, that you really should find a way to get out there and enjoy, break this quarantine, meet new people. So, life is going to be completely different from now on for everybody here. And there's always a place and an opportunity for new things that are coming in. Now, like I said earlier, you had that this King of Wands, which is you, okay? And that's the way that people are viewing you. But at the same time, it can also be a third option that is coming towards you, since this is in your partner or potential partner's column. Now, in your obstacles and challenges, okay, you may find yourself that you're worried a little bit about money and finances, the way, you know, a lot of us are these days. And at the same time, you know, you're wondering how you can get back out there, how you can socialize when your money's kind of on a budget. You are tired of feeling left out in the cold. You're tired. You don't want to get into a relationship where you make a lot of effort to involve yourself with someone or entangle yourself with someone, and just to find that, you know, they're not the right person again. But you don't have to get tied down. Court these people or have them court you. Take time to get to know them. That's really something fun to do. A friend of mine is doing a lot of virtual dating right now, where it's actually giving her the opportunity to get to know people better rather than to physically be in their presence on a date, because sometimes, you know, you get more involved with the person than you should before you get to know them, and then you think, what in the world was I doing, you know? So this is a really good time to do that virtual social distancing, virtual dating, and get to know somebody before you get out there in real life. Okay. Anyway, so we have this tower, which is actually wonderful, and it looks very scary, but it's not. This talks about, you know, the foundations that you built your previous relationship on were never built as they should have been in the first place, and it's completely, you know, falling apart. You can see there's actually not even any doors on this, and therefore people are jumping out of the windows trying to save themselves. And this is kind of the feeling that you got. Remember when you were with this person and you thought that they were offering you something, and they really and truly have never had any intention of doing it, and it caused you to feel, you know, very hurt. It cost you a lot of tears, and that's not something you want to feel again. So I'm just going to reach in randomly and draw a card, and we have the High Priestess, and she's showing up a lot, and I'm going to pull this one out, and we have the Two of Wands, which is awesome. So these are both twos here, and this is about decisions, and this is about moving forward, and this is about you, you know, taking the time that you need to, you know, earlier we were talking about you waiting on your ships to come in. Now this is actually you working towards that. You know, in order to have your ships come in, you can't just like go out there and wait for them to come in if you haven't placed an order with the universe yet. So this is your opportunity to go out there and to create the world that you want for yourself and the environment that you want. And when you do that and you activate that law of attraction and you put all that out there into the universe, I promise it comes right back to you. Sometimes when you least expect it. So be ready. All right. Sagittarius, that is your reading for mid-May 2020, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just want to take a second and thank you so much for all of your comments, shares, likes, and subscribes. And also, I would like to take this minute to let you guys know that I want to show you my gratitude by I'm doing a giveaway. And if you go to my community tab, you like the post, and then the comment section of the post, not the video, you can comment and like the video all you want, but if you want to participate in the giveaway, I'll be doing a drawing on May 31st. And if you don't put some kind of comment, even if it's just done, just write the word done in the comments, then I will know who all has who all is wanting to participate in the drawing, which I'll do live here on May 31st. All right, and you can go over there to the community tab and get all that information. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.